Welcome back to a update video on the money pit. The last video I did, we checked on the ball liners, which turned out to be cracked. I haven't done a compression test on it. I didn't think there was much point, seeing as it's terminal. The update is that I have purchased another engine. If I can flip this around, I will. Which is here, courtesy of ESM Parts, a well-known ST breaker. They kindly shipped this down to me, and it's been compression tested. It's got good compression on it. I've ordered some bits and pieces that will likely need to be changed whilst the engine's out. Cam belt kit, all that jazz is in here. It's a new oil pump, cam belt kit. Most of it's all genuine Ford. Budget was tight, so I spent the money where it was needed and saved where I could. This video is going to be slightly different, more of a cleanup video, if anything, because despite a lot of this stuff coming off, she is a little bit dirty. So I've got a mixture of products, and we're going to do a bit of a test to see which one was best, and then I'll get a good closer look at this motor before we get it ready to go in. So yeah, be right back with the products. So this is what we've picked up today from a well-known how you say, shop. Didn't spend much. I would say that was 40p. That was probably less than that, and a couple of cheap toothbrushes, a couple of quid there. And these are the products we're going to try. I'm going to do a different area. We're going to separate it with some masking tape, but got some gunk, not sponsored, bought this with my own money, so if it's crap I will tell you. But then someone recommended that maybe I try some alloy wheel cleaner, so I bought the cheapest I could find, and that was only a couple quid. And then I found the elbow grease, which is solvent free, and I have used this before on some stuff and it was really good, so I think it will work quite well. See there? Again, not sponsored by anyone, so all this has come out of my own pocket, and it won't be a bias review. So let's get started. Before I do anything, I want to get all this lovely stuff. I forgot to mention that a lot of this stuff came from Matt Lewis Motorsport. So if there's any doubt of its quality, then that should calm people's nerves about what I've done here. Same with all the gaskets and stuff, and the water pump, oil filter, everything there. Even a little sump plug. Right, let's have a closer look at what we got. Crusty rusty. Yes. So we're going to get in there with a brush and see what we can do. So I'll get some before and afters, you know, and go from there. Let's have a look. Oh, he is very crusty. For those who didn't see the other videos, this is a Ford ST225 Hyder engine, 5-cylinder or 5-pot for the enthusiasts. Yeah, excellent engine, just suffers massively with the same fault of blown air gaskets and cracking liners. So here we go, there you go. Right, let's get to it. So first one up, I think I'm going to try the old gunk. I used to use this years ago on my motorbikes and it was alright. Always make sure you got your old eye protection on. You want to look after the old peepers. Don't want to go blind. I'm not saying this will make me go blind, but it highly likely would make you go blind. It's like an acid, I think. So it's got flame warnings, flammable. So yeah, watch your eyes. Yeah, gloves. Okay, right. I think I'm going to do this portion with the gunk, sort of this area. Yeah, and then the other side with the elbow grease, and I'll do a bit of, maybe a bit of everything on the top. Yeah, try that alloy wheel cleaner as well. Right, so let's get on with it. Try and get this all on camera. It says to leave this on for a little bit, not too long, and then agitate it with a brush. I'm cleaning this, but it's coming off. I've got a new one to go on. So it's all really gonna get a good coating. Oh, it smells nice. Let's get. Oh, it's fizzing. Can you hear that? Yes. Fizzy. A bit more of that. Okay. Right. I'll bring you back in a minute. Right, that's been on there a couple minutes now. I think that's what it says on here a minute. Well, 5 to 10 minutes to penetrate the grime. I'm just going to give it a little agitation. Let's see how we're getting on. Yeah, looks all right. And say this oil pump, this Volvo oil filter thing is being replaced for a new one anyway. But whilst it's here, I'm going to give it a little clean. Just keep that, poke it around. I might put another little blast on here, just to get it extra clean. Just want to say thank you to everyone who watched the cracked engine, cracked liner video. That got a lot of views quite quickly for me. Early days yet, but I was quite shocked with how many people commented on that. So thanks for that. Hopefully I've helped some people if they're in a similar boat or having similar issues. The car's still driving lovely. It hasn't misfired for probably over a month. I don't know why. I'm not really abusing it. Although I don't normally abuse my cars anyway, but I'm just poodling around in it, and it doesn't seem to be really drinking any, or just, you know, a very not very noticeable amount of coolant. But it's not, obviously it hasn't fixed itself, because that's would be ridiculous, but it's behaving itself all the time. I'm not absolutely spanking it anywhere. So this thing is due to go in some point in February. So I'm starting to get everything ready now. I mean, it's not, the car itself is a, you know, it's more of a project than anything. So I don't need, as long as it's done by the summer and I've done the other bits I want to do for the shows, I'm not overly worried. So let's just give this another helping of that stuff. And then I'll make a start on the other side. Let's bring you right back. Just gonna get in here, and there's a lot of old bits of plastic. I noticed mine was starting to break down on the old harness up here. This one's done the same. It's just mine was a lot cleaner than this. So look. Give it the old flick of the wrist. I probably need an airline, really. Have I got an airline this way? Oh, there is over there. Let me give this a little blowout a minute. Remember, watch your peepers. Oh, I forgot to record, and then I ran out of air. But it got most of that out. So I think on the top, I'm going to use I think it was the cheapest that the stretcher of pounds could offer. And we'll get that on the top here. I think it should hopefully do a little bit of, yeah, should foam up. Let's get it in there, get it in. Get it on there. I'll do a bit on that manifold as well. That's probably going to come off anyway. I'll do this bit. There you go, but not sponsored. And if it all goes wrong, it's my fault. And theirs. This one says it only needs to dry soak for 30 seconds, then to agitate it with a brush. So join me for the agitation. Agitating commence. I am agitating. Will this make a difference? Stick it in the comments. Have I made a terrible mistake using this? Let me know in the comments. Bleep, bloop it down the bottom. I don't know, it looks like it's... Sorry, this is terrible angle. This gimbal has a mind of its own. I think that's looking better. I don't know how I'm going to get it all off. It says not to leave it on, and I can't really squirt it with water in here. I have to use a bit of spray bottle. I'm getting splattered with this stuff, so I'm going to take my coat off. And I'm back. I'll bring you back when this is all done. Right, whilst that's been fettled and agitated, I'm going to spray this side with the elbow grease. FYI, the thick muck on that doesn't really seem to be coming off, so that's not a good sign. Not a good sign for the cheap wheel cleaner. Let's get this on here. Helps if I film it. Just going to give it a liberal coating. Around the old bell hairs in there. This side's not so bad, so probably not that fair of a test, but it's on there anyway. I'll probably end up redoing this top bit in a minute, because that, you see that muck? That muck in there. Oh, where am I? This one? No, that one. It's pretty baked on. Lots of oh look, Sweden. Yes, so let's get to scrubbing. I'll plop you down so you can watch. I know the light's a bit crap, but can't do nothing about it. Nice and clean. More of that. Oh yes. More there. Yeah, the whole crew on the back here. Give that some attention. Right, let's give that a bit of time. Let's go back around to the other side, see how we're getting on. Okay, well, doesn't look as crusty. Still looks dirty, but it's not crusty. I'm gonna probably put one more dose on there, give it a good brush in, and then try get some of that off. Right, let me. So, still looks a bit mucky, not so crusty, but I'm gonna give that a second coating and see if we can get that all nice now. So let me set you up with a time lapse. So it's a little bit better. It's not fantastic. You have to imagine that this is all going to be shiny brand new. It is cleaner, but this is leaking. So, and I was told about that before, that it was no good. So I picked up another one of them, new. It's not crusty, it's just grotty, I think is the word. This is, I don't know if that will come off. Feels like it might, but it needs something more. Let me just see a minute, see if we can scratch it up with the 40p brush. Let's see if that comes off a bit better. I think if I was willing to spend a day on that, it probably would come off, but I just wanted to make it a little bit less grotty to, yeah, it is coming off slowly. Still not great. I expected it to just melt through all this. It's better, but it isn't brilliant. Maybe my expectations were just a little bit too high. What isn't high is the quality of the alloy wheel cleaner. It really isn't, you know, disrupting any of this rot. So I'm probably going to use some of the gunk on the top. Or the elbow grease. The elbow grease seems to have come out quite well, but it wasn't. Wait for it. This side wasn't as bad, so, but it did come up quite good. Definitely a lot more smelly than the others, but I did give it an agitation. But yeah, maybe I should use the elbow grease on top, as it's not so corrosive and it's no what's it sounding? Solvent free. Maybe that'll be better for these electrical components. Yeah, let's try that. That's right. Let's get to scrubbing. Oh, what's going on with the colour? Oh, yes. That's definitely a little bit better. I know this is all going to be covered, but still, I know it's under there. I'm probably going to be taking all these coil packs out, putting my ones in, and probably a new set of plugs as well. I think mine looked a little bit worn out when in the other video. If you haven't seen the other video, you should definitely go and have a look at that, because it was an interesting look inside my engine. And devastating at the same time, although I think we all knew what was going to be found, and it didn't disappoint. Right, I'll bring you back when I've done that. Well, that's about as far as I'm willing to take it on that. So we'll have a quick flick back to where it was, how it looked before. And then what we've got now. Not as clean as I was hoping for. I think I was expecting this to be like a mirror finish. Instead I got some cleaner bits, got some little bits. I mean, that came up a little bit here, cleaned as well. Don't worry, this is all coming out. But yes, it cleaned certain areas, as you can see. I think if I had a wire brush, not plastic brushes, it probably would have been a lot better. But it has got rid of the crustiness, but there's still some grottiness about it. This side wasn't that bad, and it's hard to say if that's cleaner or not, but it definitely looks alright. The exhaust side, I'd say this is now close to what mine is like, so that's not so bad. But where that oil pump was, the oil filter was leaking. Oh, come on, you. Where the oil pump was leaking, oil filter, I don't think it's a pump, could be a pump. I think where that's been leaking, it really has been baked on there. But I know this is still a little bit wet as well, so it's got a bit of a shine on it. I'm sure this will dry and look a bit lighter again. But it's better, but it's not amazing. So the question we have to ask ourselves is, was this a success? Kind of. It's cleaner, but it's still dirty. It's clean, but it's dirty still. So yeah, it needed to be done. But it's not a mirrored finish, so I'd kind of like that. But there is one thing I want to do before I go. That is the old autosol. It's got to be done. We can't sit here and leave these things not polished. Something's going to be shining, whether it likes it or not. Anybody tell me what these things are under here? I'll be pleased to find out. Better. It's definitely, I can just see my face. Wow, what a transformation. Let's do the other one. I'll bring you back. There you go. For the old LCDers. I couldn't leave that. Couldn't leave the video without shining something up to a mirror finish. They won't stay like that, but sure it does look shiny, those two individual pieces. Don't know what they do, but they're there. It actually looks like a window. It looks like a window into the engine, but it's not. Anyway, I think that's going to call it for this video. Anyway, the product review, which is what I was actually doing as well. Yeah, bit smelly, cleaned it quite well. This did almost nothing, but that would make sense as it's for cleaning wheels, and wheels hopefully don't get as bad as that. And as for the gunk, it was all right. It definitely did something, but did it do enough? I don't know. I think there may be other stronger products out there that would strip that away, but it would probably strip away the pallet and the floor. Who knows? So I think, yeah, wheel cleaner out, gunk or elbow grease in, and possibly a small wire brush. So there you go. I hope that helps people. So I hope that helps with people's decision making of whether they want to clean an engine with some budget products. Not sure if that's helped anyone at all. But thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe if you feel like it. Does help. But yeah. Hopefully we'll get this, get the new parts put on this motor here, and get it all prepped ready for the other one to come out. There's a few bits I want to take off that one and put on this one, but as it stands, whilst it's here on a pallet, I'm going to get it ready, get the new bits on, and then as soon as we've got the go ahead, the guys are going to get that put in. I'm going to try and help out where I can, but it's going to be on their timescale, not mine. So, yes, hopefully within the next month we should get this in, and get the other one hopefully sent away somewhere. I've had a few people mention a local place, so we're going to get to talking to them. Thanks again, and see you soon.